Introduction. What is a tough situation? Dealing with tough situations. Tips for dealing with tough situations. What to do when you don't know what to do. When to seek help. Conclusion. Introduction. We all know that life isn't always easy. Sometimes we find ourselves in tough situations we never imagined possible. But it's during these times that we have to be the strongest. We have to find a way to keep going, even when we don't think we can. Because succumbing to the sadness and the pain isn't going to help anyone. It's only going to make things worse. So if you're ever feeling down, or like things are just too hard, remember that you're not. 2. What is a tough situation? A tough situation is any problem or dilemma that is difficult to deal with. It can be a personal issue, such as a family conflict, or a professional challenge, such as a difficult decision at work. When you are in a tough situation, it can be hard to know what to do. You may feel overwhelmed, stressed, or even panicked. It is important to stay calm and think carefully about what the best course of action is. There are several things you can do to help yourself in a tough situation. Talk to someone you trust about what you are going through. 3. Dealing with tough situations. First, you need to identify the problem and understand what's causing it. Once you have a clear picture of the situation, you can start looking for solutions. Don't try to deal with everything on your own. There are people who care about you and want to help. Lean on your friends and family for support. 4. Tips for dealing with tough situations. The first step is to have a positive attitude. Believe that you can get through whatever it is you're dealing with. Next, stay organized and focused. Keep a journal if you need to, and make a plan of action. Finally, don't be afraid to ask for help. There's no shame in admitting that you can. 5. What to do when you don't know what to do. When you don't know what to do in tough situations, the best thing to do is to take a step back and assess the situation. You need to take a deep breath and try to calm down. Once you've calmed down, you can start thinking logically about the situation and trying to find a solution. If you're still having trouble finding a solution, it may be helpful to talk to someone else about the problem. Sometimes it's helpful to get another perspective on a problem. You may also want to do some research online or look for advice from experts. 6. When to seek help. No one is perfect, and everyone will encounter difficult times and tough decisions at some point in their lives. It's important to know when to ask for help, and to be aware of the resources that are available to you. There are many different types of help available, depending on the situation you're facing. If you're struggling with mental health issues, for example, there are many resources available to you, including therapy, medication, and self-help groups. 7. Conclusion. Know how to deal with every situation's differently.